Holy shit, guys, it's been a whole fucking year. A fucking year of slasher reviews. 52 slasher reviews to be exact. One a week on every Saturday. It is the Slashback Saturday Challenge created by Joe the Horror Man, where, as I said, we review one slasher movie every Saturday. And I can't believe it's fucking over. I just can't believe that it's done. Guys, this has been my favorite thing to do all year long. It's been a blast. I've had so much fun doing it. So much fun watching everybody else's reviews. Big shout out to all the people that have done these. And an even bigger shout out to the people that do them every single week. Without, missing more than a couple. As for myself, I haven't missed one yet. Even when I was dog dead sick, I didn't miss one. I'm actually kind of proud of that. Guys, today's category is Slashback Slasher Reviews. And we were to review a movie that somebody else has done during this Slashback challenge. So that's a lot of possibilities to choose from. And I've decided actually to do one that was done kind of recently by Nready. My buddy Brian, go and check out his channel if you haven't done it already. I will leave the link in the description box or at the end of the video, one of the two. And I am doing the movie that he reviewed for 2000 slashers. I am doing 2006 See No Evil. Now you may be wondering why I decided to do this one. Well, I did See No Evil 2 way back when during this challenge. And See No Evil 2 has actually become my biggest video to date, with now over 2,500 views. And now I know that isn't shit to a lot of people out there, but that's a fucking amazing thing to me. And yes, I know I'm bragging, sorry Joe. I believe that makes it the most popular and most watched Slashback video, period. Which I'm also kind of proud of. Hey, I'm sorry, I am. I'm proud of it, okay? I don't have a lot I can be proud of lately. And that's one of the things I can be proud of. So this was directed by Gregory Dark and stars Glenn Jacobs, also known as Kane, as the main killer, Jacob Goodnight. A group of juvie inmates on work release to fix up a hotel for the weekend are hunted and stalked by a giant, biblically confused serial killer with a penchant for removing people's eyes. This is actually a remake of the 1971 Richard Fleischer horror movie starring Mia Farrow. Very loose remake. I read the description on the plot summary on that movie, and they're not very similar. Blindness is a running theme, but yeah, they're really not a lot of similarities between the two. So it's a very, very loose remake. This is also an Australian-American horror film, filmed primarily in Australia. So that was pretty cool. Guys, this is a film from WW Films. It's actually only the 4th film by them, and it's the first one to not star The Rock. The first 3 films from them were The Scorpion King, Walk Tall, and the running one. What the fuck was it called? You know, the one where he takes down Sean William Scott. I don't fucking remember. Anyways, I'm going to start with cons. My first con is the CGI in the movie. The CGI was a little wonky. It's not great. There's CGI flies. There is CGI scenes where it goes slow-mo into the bodies, things like that. Really didn't dig it. And that leads me into my second con, which is during Jacob Goodnight's death at the end of the movie. Spoilers, he does die, sorry. The CGI goes inside and it shows like it was a blade piercing his heart. I thought it was kind of crappy looking. I didn't think it was very good. It's funny because his death actually ends up on my pro list as well. And my final con is that once again we have another mama's boy killer, which is something that's kind of a motif in the slasher genre. We get, a biblically confused mama's boy. And he's biblically confused because of his mother. She has forced him to believe that everything is sin. all women are sin, everything. Basically, he's Bobby Boucher if his mom would have turned him into a serial killer instead. But, you know, that's honestly the only cons I really have for this movie. Getting on to pros, my first pro is Jacob Goodnight. I think Kane plays him very well. I think he does a good job. And I just really, really like the character. With the exception of the fact that he's a mama's boy. You know, like we needed more mama's boys in this genre. I think that's one of the reasons I like him more in part 2. Because in part 2, all of that stuff's kind of behind him, and it's more of a straight-up slasher. But I really do like the character of Jacob Goodnight. I think he's a very interesting character who finds fun and interesting ways to maim and kill people. Almost like a smarter version of Leatherface, in my opinion. I really did like the gore in the movie. I think when they use practical effects, it looks really good, really awesome. Some of the CGI stuff is not good, but the rest of it's pretty good, and it is a good, gory movie. I do enjoy that a lot. I also like the kills. I thought there were some very interesting kills. I love that Jacob Goodnight uses this really cool hook on a chain. Doesn't explain how he got it, doesn't explain where he came from, but I still think it's badass. I love the setting in the old, dilapidated hotel that's just freaking beautiful and huge. And it just reminds me of a old, you know, classy hotel that in its prime was probably a place for the rich and the wealthy, and a place for, you know, the upper crust of society to sit around and toast themselves. A very elegant looking place. I love the set designs, and in particular I love Jacob Goodnight's lair within the hotel. Very cool, very gross. Reminds me a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake lair, except with a lot more dead bodies and people missing their eyes around. There's a scene where some dogs attack one of the people and basically rip her apart. And I really did enjoy that because it showed that these dogs had probably been feeding on bodies that he's been, you know, supplying them for a while. So they're killers, man, and they just really, really killed it, you know. And I guess that's kind of course they did. It's funny too because the girl that gets ripped apart was friendly to the dog prior in the movie. I think that this is a very well-paced film. I never get bored with it. It's, you know, pretty bam, bam, bam. It's an hour and 25 minutes long, and I never have an issue with the pacing or the, you know, any of that. I think it moves along quite well, which is really good in a horror movie. There's some slow-burn horror movies, but for the most part with slasher horror movies, you really needed to move. I really love taking out Mama. When Jacob turns and takes out his mother, I love that kill. I think it's really brutal, really cool, and I just really enjoyed it, especially because she fucking deserves it. I really like Jacob's death. Now, like I said, the CGI landed this on the con list, but how he dies lands it on the pro list. Big spoiler here, guys, for those of you that have never seen the movie. You know, they take him out. They push him out a window. He has a pipe through his eye. The pipe gets hung up on another pipe inside this atrium that he crashes through, flips him around, and then just drives more into his skull. And then he falls onto it's a blade or a piece of glass that shoots up into his heart and kills him. And I thought it was a really cool, you know, death scene, which makes for an even more interesting resurrection in the next film. And my final pro is the post-credit scene, or I should say the mid-credit scene. There's a dog involved and pissing into Jacob's eye socket, which I just thought was poetic justice. This kind of slasher is not unfamiliar. We do get a lot of religiously confused slasher killers. We also get a lot of mama boy slasher killers. They really didn't do anything in this movie that broke any boundaries. They didn't do anything that, you know, stoked the fires of imagination. But overall, I really do enjoy it. I still have a lot of fun with it. I think I may like the second one a little bit more. So for those of you wondering about my ranking, I think it's part 2, then part 1. But it's still a solid slasher. And I definitely recommend it to anybody that hasn't seen it. If you have not checked out my other review already, go and check that out as well. You can find it in the Slashback Saturday playlist, which is up for your viewing pleasure, containing all 52 movies in the Slashback Challenge. Maybe I should do a ranking of all the movies I've reviewed. Kind of like I did with 12 Days of Christmas. That'd be a long ranking. Maybe. Maybe I'll break it into a couple parts or something. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I don't know. Something I'll think about. If you're interested in that, let me know down below. Anyways, guys, this is Bronco Juggalo saying, man, this Slashback Challenge has been amazing. Here's the hoping we continue. I believe that Joe said in the last video we would be, that he has some ideas. So, you know, for whatever else people want to say, people could say, give whatever opinion they want on this challenge or any other kind of challenge, or why we do it, or, you know, whether it's somebody else's idea or not. You know what? It did exactly what it was supposed to do. It brought a lot of people together, share their love of movies with each other. And I had a blast doing it, and I would love to keep it going. It keeps me thinking. It keeps me on my toes as well, because I'm always constantly having to come up with something new to watch. Now, yeah, there's been quite a few times where I've done something that I've done a bunch of times. Or I've done movies that I've seen a bunch of times. Or I've done movies that I really love. But, for the most part, it's been mostly first-time watches. And that's part of the fun, guys, is getting to know new and creative horror movies and new and creative ways to kill people. Anyways, this is Bronco Juggalo saying thank you, Brian, for letting me take your video for this video. Thank you, Joe, for creating the Slashback Challenge. Thank you to everybody out there to do the Slashback Challenge. Don't forget to tune in with us every Friday on Super Slash Brothers. And also check out the Horror Mob, the best Patreon on YouTube. This is Bronco Juggalo saying peace.
I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm a hooligan. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I am what I am, I'm a hooligan. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I am what I am.